Gregg Popovich is a living legend when it comes to NBA coaches. Pops joined the San Antonio Spurs in the 1996-97 season, and throughout his 24 seasons with the franchise, 5 have ended with championship rings. Although not yet confirmed, sources say Pops could be heading to the Big Apple. G'day NBA fans! Just a quick shout out to everyone that's watching and supporting me. Thanks so much, I really appreciate it. Alright guys, first up on basketball action, is Coach Popovich preparing a move to Brooklyn? Since the beginning of this season, there have been several rumors circulating that Pops will be leaving the Spurs come the season's end. These rumors are gathering momentum, as Pops has recently been linked to the Brooklyn Nets. The banging of those jungle drums aren't going to get any quieter after the legendary coach reportedly put his 9,600 square foot house in San Antonio up for sale. For the record, when asked last month if he would be coaching the San Antonio Spurs next season, Popovich replied, "Why wouldn't I?" Spurs CEO R.C. Buford recently told CNBC that he's under the assumption Popovich is returning, adding, "I don't know if he's told Brian any differently." Pops is most definitely a man of few words, even on his best days, but the thought of him leaving the Spurs after 24 seasons is unimaginable. If Pops does leave the Spurs, the Nets are arguably the best destination for him. Pops has coached both Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant in Team USA, thus has experience in handling both of them. Do I want to see Pops in Brooklyn? I think it makes for a really strong team. Watch this space, things could get very interesting here.
1, 2, 3, get out, 4, 5, 6.
The decisive Game 7 of the Thunder vs Rockets was extremely close, and every call from the ref could have had a huge impact on the outcome of the game. Chris Paul was asked about the officiating, specifically the delay of game call. He named ref Scott Foster and said that he knows he will be fined.
Delay a game. They show the replay sometimes so that obviously it's an advantage if you get to see the replay and then you challenge. Drop down to tie my shoe up to hopefully see if we see the replay. Scott Foster walked over to me and told me, "Chris, you ain't got to do that. I got him sweeping up the floor." Okay, cool. So I start tying my shoe back up and he still called the leg game. That shit don't make no sense.
Chris Paul says referee Scott Foster made a point to tell him before Game 7 that he had reffed his Game 7 loss to the Spurs in 2008 when CP3 was with the Hornets. Coincidence? I don't think so. Surprise, surprise. It appears James Harden is self-aware, saying the following about his performance in Game 7 against the Thunder.
Offensively, I played like shit.
The Milwaukee Bucks are up shit creek, down 0-2 in the series against Miami. An interesting fact to put things into perspective. So, the Bucks are the 12th team to trail 2-0 in a best-of-7 series after having the best record in the NBA during the regular season. The 11 previous teams all lost that series. The Bucks will make history, if they can pull it off. Miami are the lowest seed to start a postseason 6-0 since seeding began in 1983-84. In the last possession of the game, Giannis was called for this controversial foul. Giannis places his left hand on the body of Butler, resulting in an extremely soft foul, but a foul nonetheless. That sent Butler to the line, nailing 2 clutch free throws. If not for that, the game would have headed to overtime. Some funny memes followed, including this one. And this one.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Finally, some good news. The NBA has fined Marcus Smart $5,000 for flopping during the Boston Celtics Game 2 win over the Toronto Raptors. If you missed it, check out yesterday's episode for details. I've added the link in the top right. The NBA have also fined Clippers forward Marcus Morris $35,000 for this swipe at Luka Doncic in Game 6 against the Mavs. Doncic didn't escape a fine himself. The NBA docked him $15,000 for throwing a ball at the referee's feet during Game 6. Joel Embiid has tweeted to Jimmy Butler that he doesn't want to imagine what could have been if Jimmy had stayed with the 76ers. Butler responded with, "That's my guy. Outside of basketball, I love that man to death. He knows that. I tell him every opportunity I get, and I appreciate him for making me a better player, a better leader, better at understanding so many different things." Jimmy also later admitted that he is happy in Miami and is not going anywhere. Bring on Giannis to the Heat. Do you guys believe that Pops will leave the Spurs this offseason? Share your opinion in the comments below. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe, smash the like, and check out the others for the latest news from around the league. Thanks again for everyone's support.